One.
Another Saturday, another podcast. Welcome to the Hotter Trash Podcast,
Another
ladies and
dick
gentlemen.
Yo,
And yeah, whatever Loy said.
what the fuck? Look, we even got Michael back here this time, even if I had to drive his lifeless corpse onto his computer.
Good
He'll be
lord.
back. Yeah, he'll be back on there eventually. But as of right now, the four of us is here. But if you don't want to count the muted mic, then it's just the three of us for the time being.
You know,
Yep.
3.5 since he is here, just not talking.
Please
Well-
talk. We missed you.
God damn. But on to moving on to today's subject too, how we're gonna say this. We're gonna throw the biggest beef on the most scummiest piece of shit in the planet.
Yes,
And
and
that
if
is-
anybody out there has a hobby, you surely encountered these people.
And you will feel as vindicated as all of us here. Yes, vindicated as all of us here. That's right. We're talking shit about scalpers. God.
Scalper.
And we have
Yeah.
scammers in the title because they kind of. We're going to talk about them too.
Yeah, let's just say this for example. For those that don't know what a scalper is, well, good for you, I guess.
Oh, you innocent soul.
Yeah. So anyways, imagine any hobby that you can enjoy having to be, such as like card games. Oh, look, you go through like the grocery stores or any big box store, you get to buy like your booster packs here and there. Like, it's all great and nice too. Then you see the most horrific scene that you have ever seen in your life. And that is grown as fuck men, sweatpants, not even tatted up, and they're wearing like either Supreme or Obey like branded clothing on themselves. And they're just like taking all that shit, putting it into a cart, and then driving off, purchasing
Dragging
all
off,
that.
bro.
Yeah, at this point, it might as well
Crazy.
drag that off. Because it doesn't count just the individual items. They'll fucking take, in this case, the stand that the product is being sold in. Like, they will go to that lengths of, like, taking everything that's not nailed to the ground and then buy it all out so that you, the person that's just enjoying said hobby, can never have a physical copy attainably that easily. Now, you can
No,
still
no, you can have it. Just it'll be a lot more expensive than what it used to be.
yeah,
What it
because
should be.
yeah, imagine you go online because you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just buy it online now. How bad could it be? Yeah, you're buying in this case from the same people that took all that shit from you and then they flipped it either 50 to 100% markup.
Crazy, right?
So yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we are definitely gonna talk mad shit about these groups of people ever since like we've all seen the videos right now of like these groups of people that like raid like the new Pokemon ETG sets, which is just like the ETBs. Sorry, I was one letter off, but yes, the ETB sets. And it's just a scene, man, where I'm like, why did I don't know. It's something that you would see like in like the Black Friday sales memes too, where like everybody is like fighting for like the best deals and sales and whatnot too. And it's just like these grown ass people just buying the regular sets just as is, whatever they're marketed as.
Unemployed.
Yeah, unemployed behavior.
But they're probably
Yeah.
not, since they can buy the whole fucking stock out.
Oh no, they might as well be employed because at this point they're using this as a way by getting a credit card, paying everything on that said credit card, and hoping to sell the product so that they can pay off the previous credit card.
I hope their credit score goes down to the gutter.
Oh yeah, it most definitely is. Whenever they scream about hearing the company doing reprints.
Get fucked.
Now, that was just an example of like card games because that was probably the most visceral way to kind of showcase that. Then we go to the other side where me and Victor are like more accustomed to seeing, and that is just computer hardware parts. Now, as a scalper, you would not get like anything else but a graphics card because guess what? Graphics card is practically needed for anything you want to do if revolving around computers. You want to play games? Graphics card. You want to run simulation for your companies and whatnot? You need a graphics card. You're trying to build or self-host your own AI system? You get a graphics card. And guess what these scalpers do? They just go to Best Buy, Micro Center, whatever fucking electronic store that sells GPUs, they'll buy all that shit up. Fucking
Mm-hmm.
assholes.
Absolutely.
And it's not even it goes there too. They even straight up buy out the retail stocks too. And that's so fucking annoying. Like there's been like that time too where I recently got an upgrade. In this case, upgraded from my NVIDIA 3060 to now an AMD RX 7900 XT now, which is great. But man, that was also like a process to like actually get this because I was trying to get the 9070 and shocker be no one too. I couldn't find it anywhere. God.
Targeting everything except that specific 7900 XT.
All
Yeah.
them bitchless behavior.
Yeah, that's weird. They had plenty of those in stock in Market Center.
Yeah, they have plenty of those in stock, which I was so happy to fucking grab a single one. Yes, technically you could find a better deal if you bought it online, but it was more like, I don't care. I just want to be able to go to Micro Center and get a GPU that I wanted.
The funny thing is, Market Center has a better deal than online a lot of the times.
Yeah, so regardless, just being able to get something, especially in this fucking crazy marketplace too. Like, holy fucking shit. I absolutely hate these motherfuckers to the fucking bone. Oh. Sorry. As you can tell too, I absolutely hate them. It's like, so everyone else here, what is y'all's personal experience if you ever did encounter like scalpers, or in this case were a victim of like a lot of scalping practices?
Victim of scalping practices. Not sure what that means.
Like, let's be honest, it's just like wanted to buy anything on it and then you realize, damn, that's way more costly than it should be. Then you look at the vendor too and it's like, oh, it's some fucking Joe Smo in like Iowa.
Yeah, man, me with graphics card for sure.
Yeah, it's like,
But sometimes you find those really good deals on eBay.
sometimes you do, but half the time too, there's like, you will never be able to get those deals unless you yourself are a bot, because otherwise too, yeah, the literally everything else becomes unattainable at that point.
Mhm. Yeah, but it also depends on what you buy. Whatever you buy is like in high demand. Of course, the scalpers are gonna buy it and then resell at a much higher price. So it just also depends on demand.
Yeah, it's, oh god, it's so there's like a lot of memes too, especially whenever like the 50 70 came out too, that like it was supposed to perform as good as the 4090s too. A
Mhm,
shocker to nobody too. It did not perform that at all.
mhm.
But the still the memes that came about it too were hilarious. Like all the scalpers were mauling because they
Move
bought
like
so much
two.
money. All of them bought so much money for the 4090 and the 5070 was like MSRP like way cheaper than that. But you know,
You know, what if that was just a ruse by Nvidia,
yeah, to like
like
force them
to throw off the scalpers, not really like meant for the consumers.
even that was the case too. It didn't matter in the end too, because it resulted the same regardless. You can never find another 50 series card if you wanted to. And
I should
I mean, in the end, in the end, like you said before, everybody they're just gonna buy up these, like in our case, these graphics stores. They're just gonna buy it all up and resell it no matter what. So I'm sure the next whatever 6000 series comes out, I'm sure it's gonna be sold out before it's even released.
yeah, and it's like, it's one of those things too that like when it comes to that, like I don't know what you would call it. I call it, this is like a flipping hustle culture. That's pretty much all they're really doing. And they, in this case, take the scalper's name. But honestly, too, what makes it to the next level is the fact that when you see these people in real life too, what they have no shame in what they do.
They don't. I
First
mean,
off,
It's
yeah, they
it,
don't.
and it's so fucking wild to think about too. And I was like, man, this like get these fuckers to get a job. Like, I don't think if anything too, this is probably the reason in their behavior why they don't have a job in the first place. They're
Mhm.
just actually assholes, like scums of the earth. They have nothing to offer, and all they can really do is just take the joy out of your hobbies or your fun, and then try to see if they can make a profit out of that.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the current state with like any hobby you could think of too. Hell, Gunpla was also like that too. But albeit it's way more niche, and obviously a lot of scalpers don't really target that much unless it's like a high value product. But even then too, it's not like to the level like a regular high grade build is like usually average cost is like $20 or something. It's not going to be $50 for a high grade. God, if that were ever the case, dude, I would just shoot myself. Damn. Joking aside. But yeah, it's getting ridiculous right now with the scalper environment too. And I also say too, a lot of shit they do is also pretty much scam worthy as well. Because half the time there'll be stuff too where they will take a photo of, in this case, the display that they fucking took from their scalp runs too, with all the product in there, but they don't tell you of like, oh hey, look, you could buy the display case, but not the cards on the or not the cards that are on this display. It's like, what the fuck?
I never heard of that one. That one's new.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's wild.
Oh.
Wait. So what was it again? What did you say?
It was an entire display case, like Lorcana's. Lorcana is in this case a Disney like TCG game that they rolled out. And this guy was selling on eBay an actual display case of the booster packs for this game. And it showed in this case the booster packs on the display case, but in the description, you're going to pay $45 and get this display case instead, and not the contents in there.
Oh.
I mean, as long as they say it in the description,
not an
but
issue. Yeah. As long as they state it, it's not an issue.
But albeit a lot of times people kind of just view based off the photos. So
well, that's their own fault.
Yeah. But
I mean, e-commerce, like normal e-commerce sites like Amazon, Newegg, and all that, they sellers on that do the same thing. So if you only look at the pictures, that's your own fault. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And let me also bring to the story too that like one of them, that's not even the worst things when it comes to like quote unquote scams. The real scam part is the fact that, what was it? Popular influencer Logan Paul, when there was that time during COVID where he was really into like unpacking like Pokemon cards, he bought out in this case forgot if it was like a special art or special grade edition for like a Charizard card. And he spent a lot of money to get this one from this one guy that had it and he was willing to sell it. Next thing you notice or realize is that once like people told him was like, hey, something's not right with that. And they told him to like, hey, try to peel the front of it. And as soon as he was like saying there's no fucking way, he peels the front, the whole card was a fake.
Damn.
And apparently he spent like almost $1 million for this.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Okay, well that's a different story, dude. Like
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Pokemon cards are
$1
expensive.
million.
Yeah. Not 5, but just close to $1 million. So it could also be around the
still. That's a lot.
Yeah. Mind
What
you,
the hell, bro?
It's one of those things too that like a lot of people, for those that are playing like card games too, and you're trying to buy like singles, be very careful who you buy it from too. Especially you try to get like the higher edition ones, especially if it's like fully well that you're buying from a scalper, which albeit I will say this to those that buy stuff from scalpers, shame on you. You should not be enabling these practices. It's because we're in this situation that these scalpers get to do whatever the fuck they want.
True.
So I know that it's something that like for card games too, it's very hard to not fucking buy from them, especially when there's a new set that comes out and everybody wants to buy it just so that they can make a deck around those sets. That's perfectly understandable.
I mean, it's hard whenever they're the only ones that you can buy from at this point.
Yeah, which is something that's like entirely that. Luckily though, there has been like something too that like, what was it? The actual creators of Pokemon too, the ones that are in charge of making the TCG, they have in this case are working around like solutions to kind of address in this case effectively it's an artificial demand of the game here, where in this case they want to make sure that a lot of their products actually goes to the fans that truly want to play the game instead of these people that are just trying to flip it for a couple of bucks. Because let's be honest, scalpers in this case, whenever you see them in the wild and they buy all this shit too, just shame them. And guess what, too? I don't think it won't matter anyways because they feel no shame either way because they think they're hustling. God, I hate this. I hate this so much. God damn it. Because these are the same people that they have definitely subscribed to Hustlers University. They invested into NFTs and they're trying to make back their money because they fucked up on so much life decisions.
I think their parents
Because,
made that when they gave birth to them. What?
well, we can't really just count
I
for
just gotta.
everyone. We can't really account that might be the reason here, but since we're hating
Seems
on
to
them,
be that's the only reason.
I
yeah,
mean, you're already giving a. This is more like a hate podcast than anything, and I'm just adding fuel to the
yeah,
fire.
yeah, fuck them,
All right,
I
get
guess.
at it, bro. We need more fuel, not enough
Oh,
fire.
God. But in this case, Lloyd, because you come from the background of, in this case, or are currently working as a card shop dealer, how do you handle
Hey,
witness scalpers?
don't give out my business, bro. The fuck?
Yeah, bro. This is a drug dealer, bro. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. All
Don't
right.
give out my business.
Brian.
As someone that's already familiar with the TCG retail space too, how would you deal with scalpers already?
I mean, we can't. Like, if one shows up in my store and I can't identify them, I really can't do anything about it. Plus, our
Right.
products are sealed, and they're gonna sell it sealed. It's like, oh yeah, like it's an older set. I was like, it's a rare commodity. I'm gonna fucking triple the price on it, which actually does happen,
Especially
which is
Yu-Gi-Oh, for example.
actually fucking nuts for some reason. But I'm like, okay, y'all do your thing. Like, fuck y'all. Like, I don't care. Like some people, I just look at and like, I don't like you already.
What?
No, like legit.
I feel that.
Like I
I
just
don't
look
like
at
you
you
already.
and I don't like how like what it feels. It just feels off, you know. Like you're kind of just trusting your gut at that point.
Mhm.
It just feels very off for most
I
Yeah.
like
people.
that though. I like that though. I don't
Yeah.
like you already.
No, but there was this one guy that like did come to our store. He doesn't anymore, but I think it was him, but it looked familiar on a video where he stole, like he tried to steal some Pokemon cards at like the card show, and I was like, I knew something was weird about you. Like it's just that feeling, bro. I was like, I think I developed the sixth sense for it.
Yeah. Like, this is just coming at it from like a different take about like scalpers are in this case like bad for like any fucking like community out there too. Because let's say again for the TCG, because that's the only like direct influence I've ever seen from them. Do you think right now scalpers tactically ruin just TCG space or like a lot of card games to be successful at that point? Especially since, you know, you're going to have people that are going to buy up all the new sets and the only places that you're going to buy from are, in this case, these scalpers. And that kind of deters a lot of people in the first place, no?
Not exactly. I wouldn't say so. I mean, a lot of the trades I do or how we price things are coming off from TCG
Mhm.
player, and yeah, they can inflate it somewhat, but TCG player takes like about 15% of it anyways, and that's how we deal with how we do deals. Is we're just
Mhm.
like we're gonna, let's say it's $40, you know. Let's say if somebody's nice, they can probably do 20. That's what I mainly do.
Right.
Like I don't really give a fuck about all of this like more profit. I'm not selling at 90% like most people. Like I really don't like people who sell at 90%. I'm like, bro, you're already getting a fucking $100. Chill.
Yeah, no, they need more money, man. That's what the whole point of all this shit. They need to hustle. I'm like, again, I the fucking mic.
Chill. I'm
God.
like, this is pre-sale too. I literally saw somebody like post in like our Discord and all that. I was like, you know, they're selling this for 90% pre-sale, which is super inflated. I'm like, bro, I am not buying that shit.
Like,
Mhm.
no one in their right mind should ever buy from that in the first place. Just because,
Like, if
again,
I would rather trade. If anything, if I have cards like before the official release and like, oh, you want to trade for this? I'm like, sure. Like, I'm not spending money because I already spent money to participate in the pre-release, and I'm just using what I got to get what I want. It's
Right.
not actually, it's not spending more money. It's just spending an initial amount than trading.
Yeah,
And
I'm.
you know,
Yeah,
hence trading card game.
it's
Duh.
like it's in the name, right?
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like people who lowball either. I'm
like I only speak of this too because this is something that makes me genuinely concerned about a lot of things too. So it's just the fact that a lot of like, let's say for example, a lot of like our the card games that I play with. I don't know if this happens a lot in like nowadays, but back then too with like Card 5 Vanguard, the problem wasn't necessarily too bad, but it got to the point too with like a lot of other new sets and a lot of like remasters of the games as well, that a lot of cards have now just become more inflated in prices. And if you were to ever try to participate into it, you kind of just can't anymore because you're practically priced out because there's no like actual starter decks you can buy anymore because the company has stopped printing them, and you could probably only get them from a scalper that's definitely price gouging you.
oh hell yeah, dude. I wouldn't even try to buy it from them. Like, fuck
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Fucking dick.
Yeah. And it gets even worse about it too, where like it goes in a cycle too, to like for every other player that's already invested into the game, it just becomes more and more expensive to fucking play the game, that at any point you kind of just give up. No, like especially like you can't really just financially keep up with someone else anymore, because it's also like the bad behavior of some TCG players that's enabling the behaviors of these scalpers, because these fuckheads would pay any money to get the best cards out there. So yes, they will pay money to a scalper. God damn it, we shouldn't be in this mess, and yet here we are because we're fucking stupid.
You can't control everybody. If anything, scalpers are we shit on them, but they're actually smart for capitalizing on our fucking greed.
I mean, we'll
So
This
call it that. I
quote
wouldn't call them
unquote.
smart. I wouldn't call them smart, but
Yeah,
I mean,
they're taking
I would say
advantage of the situation. Is more
they're
they're just
conniving. How about that?
like I said, they're just taking advantage of the situation more than anything. They're not really doing anything else.
yeah. Like we already know too. Like these motherfuckers, they're not providing any value into the
There's
economy.
some people would call them or they would like to call themselves quote unquote opportunists.
Yeah, God, or hustlers.
Yeah,
God,
hustlers. Nah, they're not doing anything. They aren't hustling, bro. They're just buying shit and reselling it. That's not
it's
even
like,
hustling.
yeah, it's like one of their defenses, like we put a lot of work into doing what we do. It's like, yeah, waiting in fucking line at Target before it opens is hard work.
Yo, yeah, it is, bro. Fucking
God,
waiting. There's fucking hard work. Fucking, ugh,
like,
dumb, bro.
God, like just explaining all this shit gets me so fucking heated that I want to punch these fuckers. Like straight up, I do not care. Like they are. I am the person too that like I want to give people the benefit of the doubt with their behavior. Hell, to some TCG players, because all I can give them the benefit of the doubt is, yeah, this person is fucking dumb. Like majority of TCG players, I will say this as a joke. None of us can fucking read.
No, that's just Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Oh, that too. To be fair to all the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh like effect cards are practically paragraphs now. Like,
Yeah.
what is this shit?
Yeah, because they couldn't read before. Now they're forced to read.
Yeah, like that's gonna make the game better.
Just
And it's
spoiler alert.
it never did. Now in this case, the whole game for Yu-Gi-Oh! Like trash their hot or trash take on this. The game is practically ruined because of the fact that now that every other card has a built-in negate, has a built-in counter spell effect.
Really?
Yeah,
That is
every
kinda
fucking
dookie.
every fucking big card, it just has a no you effect on it for free, and it's just like, what is the point now?
Sounds like we should play Uno.
At
No,
this point,
you.
God,
Uno's the best trading
look,
card.
look, Uno is at least
What are
fine.
we trading?
We're trading your Uno cards, bro.
Oh God. Look, here's the thing with Uno. There's counterplay to that. There's no counterplay to whatever the shit that we see in Yu-Gi-Oh! You
Negate.
just gotta take it. It's like, what is this shit, man? But minus the point here of me kind of like shaming Yu-Gi-Oh! For this regard. Again, I don't know. A lot of the hobbies too that we like to get into definitely are ruined because of scalpers. Just because the fact that they have priced out a lot of people that just love the hobby, and now they're just forced in this case. You either like your hobby or you give up now because now you can't afford it, sucker. I was like, God.
I want
It's like,
75.
yeah, it's like the mentality gets so bad. It's like, what happens if like the people you're trying to sell this to, they just don't have money? What then? Like, what do you do with your product? Are you going to sell it even lower? Probably not. But how long are you willing to hold on to that sell before your credit card loaners are like, hey man, where the fuck's the money?
Send mob after.
At this point, yeah, it's like the most unhealthy like way of like trying to quote unquote game the credit card system, when in reality it's like that's not what you're supposed to be doing, you dipshit. The fuck are you doing? Because usually you would be like using a credit card, actually make something, sell something that you just made to pay off the credit card purchase, your credit card purchases, not whatever the shit you're doing here. The fuck is this? God, like you, it's gone so bad now too that like you see like those Pokemon vending machines that are in the grocery stores now.
Dude, it's horrible. People are like fighting, like how you described earlier is Black Friday all over again.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
yeah, and it's like, guys, it's over fucking children's trading card games. It's like, it's not that serious, but to these fuckers it is. So it's not, it's like, okay, these guys are literal man-child. They haven't grown past the age of 6. And they think this is like the best way to make money. I hope that in a lot of times, dude, that like a lot of people say, yeah, we got a petition to the actual card makers to say, hey, can you do reprints? Because obviously these motherfuckers aren't gonna learn their damn lessons.
I don't know, dude. I mean, retailers already taking action. Like they had enough. Like
Yeah.
Target and shit. Like they have a guest service area that they have to, that customers have to go to purchase Pokemon cards now because they don't want it out in the open. So you have to physically go in line to talk to a person to buy Pokemon products.
Like, that's already so fucking demoralizing and demeaning type of shit too, because like, why the fuck would I have to go through that? If I just wanted a card, I'd just be able to just grab from the shelf and just buy it myself. But then because of these fucks, they ruin it for everybody.
I'm like, get a fucking life, bro. Jesus.
Yeah. And at any point too, it would not shock me if they just started pushing for rules that like, hey, now you got to show your ID, so therefore we can look up like how many fucking boxes that you bought from us.
You know, for online, that should be easy to do because
Yeah.
they have all of your information. So it's not like they can do a one per account thing. I don't know why they don't do that.
Yeah. Like, I swear, they... But then it's like the other way around would just be like they spoof like bank, or they like use the, what was that, Iron Vest, where they mask like your credit card accounts and you just make multiple of
That's
them.
fine. They can do IPs.
Um,
And then they can check IPs too, but then that comes
yeah,
with
that's already...
VPNs. But then VPNs can come into play and they can have multiple.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro. I mean, yeah, it's always going to be a race between these people,
Yeah,
between the store, the retailers, and these fucking scalpers.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know, man. I don't know what the best solution would be, really.
yeah, outside of like, you know what? Just attach everything to your fucking ID. Show us your ID. If you have a fake ID, that's already a criminal offense and you will be jailed for that. So there's that. Like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, at this point, because the rate of all this shit too, and this is probably gonna apply to everything else. Remember the whole PS5 scalpers shit? Holy fuck.
There should be like, I mean, since it's just mainly bots that are like scalping these products from like online and stuff, I thought those captchas would be, you know, useful. Doesn't seem like these captchas are useful.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? And it's also bad enough to like I said to what I'm trying to get at. I feel like with the amount of things that these fuckers have done too, they're gonna make it worse for everybody else, just for normal retail shoppers, where now we have to present ID to what every time we make like any purchases now, just so that they can check up like how many did we buy for such things, especially looking at specific items to prevent like, you know, over purchasing from one thing and make sure everybody gets one.
But I'm
God.
sure, I'm 100% sure that if they start asking for IDs, like nobody's gonna like it, and then things are gonna be like worse repercussions.
Yeah. And it's, yeah, like I said, it's already going to be bad regardless too. And that's like the current state of things of like, this is the only fucking way that we can have to stop these fuckers. And I don't like this solution either. Like what Lois said, you now have to go through like a fucking guest clerk stand in order to purchase a fucking Pokemon pack. What the fuck? I'm
Target and
not,
Best Buy have been doing it. Actually, Target does that. Best Buy has been limited at one, and they hard case that shit.
yeah, they hard cases. So you have to actually get an actual like representative to like open that fucking shit up for you. God, I don't know. It's like at some point, like it's like I feel like I'm fucking 12 years old asking for an adult for permission to buy this shit. That's what it feels like right now, and that's what these fuckers are gonna end up causing. Uh,
Great, isn't it?
yeah, and that's why like the way how it is too. Like I equate these guys to the same level of like the fucking like scam callers too, or the call center scammers. Because like they have no shame in what they're fucking doing. The call center scammers too, they don't give a fuck who actually falls for it either. It all they need is just one person, and then they make the money. That's it. Like that's the scalpers mentality. It's no better than they are, actually. Because to these scalpers, they just need that one person to make money to like give into the sale. And guess what? TCGs, it's kind of like easy enough to do, but obviously not everyone is gonna fucking pay for an exorbitant price for a card. Holy shit!
True.
Like,
But then these scalpers aren't gonna sell for like near MSRP. They're gonna have to sell it way more expensive.
yeah, it's just like, dog, please. Because like you're not an entrepreneur. You are just using your mother's credit card and your own credit card. You're maxing those shits out. I hope you, both of you, actually get your credit score ruined, because the parents at this point, I know these fuckers, they don't have a place of their own.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like they still live with their parents. They do all this shit. They listed course from Hustlers University. Turns out that's an MLM scheme. And then next thing you know, they invested heavily in the NFTs hoping they will make bank. And next thing you know, it's just like people realize this shit is fucking pointless. Why the fuck are we paying so much money for this? So now the last thing they can do right now is be desperate and start buying up shit that we like as hobbies. Because at least there's a demand for that, I guess. I don't fucking... God. And this is why I have a fucking 3D printer, because at least then I could make my own shit. Please do not fucking scalp my 3D print filaments. I will murder somebody if they do.
Dude, I'm mad. Somebody, huh?
I'm sure they're gonna like figure out things to scalp.
Yeah.
You know, like there's always like a million or two things that could potentially be scalped.
Yeah. And I would say too, if I ever see someone do that, I'm going into the life of crime. I'm gonna find their fucking IPs and swat their asses. God.
You heard it here first. I don't know Brian anymore.
Look. Okay. Besides the fact that I may be self-incriminating myself here, my feelings here are valid for that reason of like how angry these fuckers make me.
Indeed.
And like to the same level that I also want to like use as a jumping off point before we get even further into this. Kind of more or less, this is a follow-up call or follow-up topic of, remember when we talked about the pig butchering scams? So, let's see. Even if you weren't part of that too, I did share my story of like I was part of a pig butchering scam. Like in this case, I was the victim here. Matched with some girl on a dating app. Thought she was really hot, and as we talked about it too, it seemed very odd that at some point she wanted to like not really take it off the dating app messaging to like a separate, I'll say Telegram, for example, which I'm like, Telegram is a very unique thing. Okay, I'll buy it. Let's see where this goes. That should have been my first red flag, because usually what normal girl would like to use Telegram there, unless they're either a Russian spy or they're probably in somewhere else where like Instagram is banned. mind you, moving on from that point. Then she kind of talks about, in this case, hey, did you ever think about investing into crypto and whatnot? I was like, that should have been the second red flag. Because what other woman, what other girl talks, in this case, comfortably about crypto?
What girl talks about crypto?
like, like, like legitimately speaking, what girl actually would talk to about crypto topics like normally?
I mean, it's rare, but it's not like
Not out of the
it's not that they don't
question.
exist at all.
Yeah, it's not like they
But
don't
That is
exist.
kind of that's kind of hilarious. Though.
highly unlikely. How
Yeah,
about that? Highly unlikely that would happen.
That's
yeah,
fucking hilarious, though.
yeah. It's one of those things that like, it's a very highly
What
unlikely chance, but
what
I still
woman?
went through.
What woman ever talks about crypto?
God, I sound like a misogynist when I say that. I don't mean anything bad intentions about it, but coming about it in a sense of a dating
Oh,
app too,
Brian.
I should have kept my senses as being like, this is kind of weird.
You know, I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. I think the horniness got the better of you, dog.
But probably, it most definitely did.
I you know,
I think your dick
I
was
don't
thinking for you.
think it. I mean, look. To be fair, it wasn't like he wasn't in that level of being scammed just yet. So it's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, just before he actually got scammed, he did figure it out. So it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. The way how I figured it out is I lost $500, and then it was just like, you know what? I don't think this is working out. And I just removed her from all of my shit too. Next thing you know, I get called up by the FBI.
Seriously?
Yep.
Funny thing is, he actually did get called up by the FBI.
It's so fucking wild. Right now, they haven't told me anything else that I would say to y'all right now that this is something that like I can't say. But so
Mhm.
pretty much here, yeah, they just said too that like if I have any more information about this person, kind of gave them as much as I could. And yeah, next thing you know too, it was just like, yeah, the fucking thing that this person tried to make you do is like a well-known practice of a lot of these scammers too. I was like, oh, that's a very interesting thing too. And I tried to see if I could get some answers out of this guy too, such as like, so how bad is this case? Could you give me like a rough number, like how many victims you have for the past year? He could not give it to me, and I'm like, ah, that's fine then.
I have an ask rough number. How about an estimate? Like, was there a lot or a
Sorry,
little?
Brian. Looks like you're not a Fed.
Yeah, fuck off. Like I said, that was such like a wild story too. That's gonna be a core memory. Yes, I got scammed like out of $500, but who the fuck cares?
I mean,
Okay, to be fair
I
though,
think
that
you
five
did
hundred
at
dollars
the
is a
time.
lot of people.
Well, $500 is still like not
A
much
lot
compared to what people
are being scammed out from.
are being scammed. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, that's pretty much the follow up around this too. I don't know if this is the same pig butchering scams that got taken down too, but I think it was somewhere in Dubai here, right? Where an actual like call center scam actually got taken down. And it was roughly around like 10,000 people, 10,000 scammers that were arrested. And only 10%, like 10% of them are actually affiliated with like gang members too, especially the triads. The Chinese triads were like doing this operation. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
In
That
Dubai?
is
What the fuck?
that is
Yeah,
wild. Well, I mean,
That sounds very odd.
they're
I'm not
running out
gonna
of
lie.
places to host their
the
little
operations.
scam centers. So
Yeah, like straight up too. Here's one of the things about it too. It feels great whenever I read news that like a call center gets taken down too, because let's be honest too, we fucking hate scammers, like straight up. Obviously, we would never fall for it, especially now with my new knowledge of like reading into this now. I can never get scammed until like these AI fucking email bots starts phishing me. I'm like, ah, fuck. But mind you, the point of these scammers is that like if you already know that this is a scam, you're not the target. The target is for people that actually do fall for it. And guess what? It's mostly the elderly people. And it's fucking sucks too. And I think we should do better about this type of shit too. But obviously it's difficult unless we actually take down these call centers. So really, anytime we see a call center get taken out, this is a great win for us. But there's already, like, the back of my mind, there's still more work to be done about all this shit. Because holy fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. I mean, look, it's always going to be a race. Once you take down a call center, there's going to be another one that opens up.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a race, bro.
Yeah. Like, and that's why, like, the best we can really do is try our best to educate ourselves in this too. But this was something that, like, again, as like someone too that like that did get scammed out of money too, we want to be reaching out to the people that are currently are victims of scams, or in this case have already gone through it, but they don't want to admit it to their close friends. I get you. It fucking sucks if you don't trying to admit it to them just because it feels bad because you fell for something like this. My girlfriend right now, she has, like, in this case, her friend's friend that they were talking with. Apparently, she got scammed. I think it was roughly around $20,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on it in this case, from a guy that she was met online.
That's why I don't go on dating apps.
Yeah, right now
Yep.
dating apps is like a prime pool
I
for
don't
like,
trust that shit either.
yeah. And guess what too? I took the biggest risk.
No, yeah, your dick was just thinking for you, dog.
That might as-
You're right. His
Let's
dick
not
took-
sugarcoat. Let's not sugarcoat it. Your dick
his-
was thinking for you.
His dick was taking the risk, bro, not him.
look here. Okay, it was a unanimous decision at that point to like try to see where this goes.
You and your dick
Unanimous
have a fucking
decision.
conversation together. It's like, hey, penis, let's go get scammed together.
So Brian,
Oh God, what a
Okay,
quote!
okay. That's how it went.
Look. Okay,
hi, penis.
God damn it! I don't think anything I say at this point. I don't think I can make my situation any better here. So
No, you can't.
I'm
You
just.
already got scammed, but we're just trying to make light of it. It's pretty funny.
God damn it!
Especially you talking to your fucking dick.
I'm like, oh yeah, let me get hard real quick. Yeah, hard. You know,
Yeah.
that's what you were saying to you. So,
Like, but yeah, that's
like, activate hardness. Yeah.
like. Here's the thing about
like
it.
fucking metapod. Pardon.
Oh God damn it! But like I said, I'm using myself as the example here of like people that are like scam victims. Like, you really just gotta be able to be trusting with like the friends that you have to. Obviously, yes, there's gonna be that moment that they will talk a lot of shit, a lot of trash, and clown on you for getting scammed. But
Right
at
now.
the end of the day, but at the very end of the day, I think every one of us too should at least have like some amount of empathy too, to like, hey man, it fucking happens too. It's either you learn about this behavior now, or you would still be hooked on to that scam and lost way more money. Like, that's also the thing about it too. A lot of the scams too, a lot of the people victims of scams can also be potentially underreported. Just because again, people are definitely terrified of like actually coming out saying that they got scammed.
It's not a good look on them. I understand,
Yeah.
but at the same time, this needs to be reported so people can like stop it at least.
Yeah.
Or at least
Especially
other people know like what's happening, why, or what kind of scam exists and things like that, right? You know, holding it makes you look bad, but at the same time, you know, you gotta let the world know like what's going on,
yeah.
because you don't
Yeah.
want another person to be scammed the same way you did, right?
Yeah. Like, here's another new shit that's been going on too. The fucking toll tag scams, text messaging
Oh
scams.
yeah, that.
Bro, that shit, bro. That shit. That shit.
That
Look,
shit
the
is-
guy said it's a race, bro. Like, it's always gonna be a new scam coming out. Because, I mean, if these scammers make money, they're always gonna come up with new ideas to scam people.
Like, all right, to the people, this is this fun lesson about like how toll tags work. Toll companies do not need to text you to get money from you. Your card information is already saved in their system. So anytime you go through their toll system that they would see that type of shit, they don't need to text you. They'll just straight up email you an invoice of how much you owe them.
Yeah, but usually, but I mean, these scams work on people that don't have toll tags, because these toll systems also have a way
Yeah.
where you can pay in cash if you don't have a toll tag.
Yeah.
Usually, it's gonna be a lot more expensive.
Yeah. And that's something that can't be helped with either too. But a lot of times, again, they don't even need to have like what you said, a toll tag system. They could literally just, oh, let's see, who crossed here? This person didn't have a toll tag. What's their license plate? Oh, the license plate is registered. Okay, we now know where they live. So then you send the invoice
Yeah,
to the
but that, I mean, that's what that's what the scammers are targeting. Those
yeah.
people, those kind of people. People with toll tags. I mean, you don't get notifications of anything.
Yeah, you don't get notifications for shit. But and obviously too, like these scammers, they don't do a good job of like targeting either. They just send that shit in mass. Like they don't
I mean,
care
see,
if they target it enough too.
no, that's. I mean, the point isn't about targeting specific people. The point is, see who falls for. How many people actually fall for it.
Yeah, cast a big enough net, you're gonna catch some
But
fishes.
yeah, exactly. You will, and that's why these scams still go on because people do fall for it, and
Yeah,
they fall for it enough where these people make a lot of money, where it just keeps continuing.
yeah. Like, God, it's so bad too. Of like, I think we have a friend too where like, oh, at least yeah, we do have a friend that actually did get one too, and it was funny enough the way how he's describing it too is like, yeah, I knew this shit was already a scam too because the fact that I look at the fucking area code too, they didn't even bother trying to hide it. I fucking looked it up. It's from the Philippines like phone code. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was
Crazy.
like, yeah. I mean, the only thing they got right was the fact that like, yeah, I did go to Houston, but I have a toll tag.
You know,
So
I got a toll tag text that was telling me I owe tow in Virginia,
it's like, what the
and I have never been to Virginia in my life.
god damn, what the fuck?
Nonsense, bro. So fuck.
Like, I don't know where they been getting their fucking data from which like center,
Like,
but
it doesn't matter. The whole point is that they just send it out.
mhm,
Whoever falls for it, falls for it.
yeah, and like, oh my god, it's one of those things too that's like currently hitting news headlines too, and it's like mainstream media is aware of this shit, but obviously a lot of people are just like, man, who's gonna fall for a scam like that? It laughs nervously as the fact that they themselves are a victim of these scams. So again,
Mm.
we do need people to at least come more forward about this. It's okay that you fucking lost money. We have people with gambling addictions.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
So yeah, losing money in this case too for a scammer, yes, that's bad. But hey, the more people, the more times you do report on it, the more impact it does help out like a lot of law enforcement too to try to do this. Albeit, yeah, the maybe in this case the type of action can be limited. But hey, if enough pressure gets put onto the other country to like, hey, we gotta actually do something about this, or else, yeah, shit's gonna happen our way. Eventually, it'll be fixed like the way how the fucking Dubai call center got taken down. It's also to state too that like a lot of these call centers too, it's not like they're like just random like scammers too. These are in this case, from what we can gather too, it's just a bunch of like illegal crime organizations that have taken the life of not selling drugs and whatnot too, and they just say, fuck it, we're now IT call centers now. Scam centers, I mean.
You know, yeah. Oh man, never mind. I just had a thought that I don't want to say it.
Oh, okay. Is it because it's rather a private talk or
Nah, next.
damn it. All right. But
I
you
mean, I
know,
already told parents that they made a mistake giving birth to Scalpers. So, what can you do
yeah,
worse?
yeah.
No, it's not
Uh,
worse. I'm just saying I just don't want. I don't want to say it.
yeah. Yeah, just for something else
See.
entirely different. But I don't know. Would you think that these scalpers would turn the life of being like a fucking scammer or call center scammer too?
Highly likely. They already got in their DNA.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because
You know
somebody,
what? To
mm,
be fair, those people changing over to scamming people, I feels better because then they're not dealing drugs or doing any of that other shit. They're just scamming people,
yeah,
which I feel is like a lot better than what they could have potentially done.
it's still terrible nonetheless.
Look, it's those lesser of two evil stuff.
Yeah, it's the lesser two evils. Still evil, but not as bad.
Mm-hmm.
But there was something too, like a friend of mine gave me like the best of the 4chan postings of, in this case, the app saying that like, hey, imagine this, being in this case the person of India here, trying to be the next slumdog millionaire, fall into a gambling addiction problem, lose all your money too. try to find a job too, ends up working for a scam call center. Then you get fucking, or then you get into one of like the scam hunter videos and waste hours and you cost the fucking call center money for this shit. Boss takes you on the back and kills you.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
It's like, I would not lie too that like, I don't think that happens too often, but it would not surprise me if that's what's going on too. And I feel like that's something that needs to be applied more pressure onto like governments to like actually crack down on this shit too. Because obviously the people that are, you know, running these types of scam centers too, they should actually be prosecuted for what they do. And if there is such a fact that like murder does get involved, give them the maximum amount of sentence possible. Find them for all they're worth. I don't care. And it's also
Me
again
neither.
too, and it's also again too, as much as like I want to show empathy for those that are gambling addiction problems too, but if something like this for me feels like the most realistic route that a lot of these people do end up going through, is that like they have a gambling addiction problem, then they have then they chose to become part of this, when in all points they could have just been a better person at that point, but they went through this route trying to make up for it again and again, and next thing you know, the ultimate price is that you end up dead on the street. Like, as much as I want to show them the empathy, you had every decision to try and be a better person, but you made the inherent decision to just keep going for it, hoping that you can gamble your way out of it. And it's also the same way for these scalpers too. They think that they think they're like gaming the system by doing this shit, but it's all gonna catch up to them once they realize that like, yeah, this is an unsustainable practice. Because what happens when you scalped out your entire customer base? What then? You now just have a product full of shit that you bought on the credit card. Now you're racked with like $10,000 of loans that you can't pay back.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's again like, I have no empathy for people that do that type of stuff too, and I'm a person that like, I want to show compassion for others. But again, these are the people that actively made the decisions for what they do now. And I get that like some people, they do these types of practice just so that they can provide food on the table for their family. But I'm like, but you know damn well there's many other ways that you can make money. You did not have to do this. You didn't even have to do criminal
Yeah, but you know,
activities.
there's also one other thing they don't say is that this is what makes them the most money.
Yeah.
And
And that's
for what
also
they can do.
yeah, it's like such a disheartening thing to hear from like that reasoning. And that's like the lesser of the things too that like would like, for defending them. Like it's one of those disheartening, like, sure, I get it, but I still don't agree with it. And then there's people that defend it and they're fucking idiots whenever they mention it. Shall I read to you this one post that says, in this case, why they defend scalpers?
Sure. They're
So-
so idiots, though.
From a Facebook post on September 8th, a lot of people are complaining about scalpers. Let them do their thing. No need to expose yourself for being salty because they managed to get packs and you didn't. Laughing emoji. If they can hustle, let them hustle. They put in the work finding these packs. If you don't like the prices, don't buy them. Stop complaining and just put in the work they are doing. First of all, fuck yes, I'm salty because I couldn't get the pack I wanted. Fuck those
Second of all,
dickheads.
they're not doing jack fuck.
Yeah. It's like, we're just coming up with every other swear words for these motherfuckers too, just because they have made me so mad for this too. And also the person that defending this, you have an IQ of the room temperature of Alaska.
Say
What the
fucking zero
fuck is
and call-
that?
just say zero and call it a day, bro.
Just
Hell
call them
no.
fucking mentally challenged. How about that?
Just call them fucking idiots. They
God.
probably have. They're probably one of those fucking
They
Scalpers
work.
themselves.
scalpers too. Yeah, probably
They
just a
work
scalper
hard?
too, bro.
Yeah,
They
it's
work
like,
Yeah,
hard
me-
my fucking ass. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
gonna bring my fucking
That's
lawn
working
chair
hard
to
to them,
Target.
bro. They're working hard, and that's working hard in their eyes, bro. That's why they fucking useless.
God, it's,
Speechless ass motherfucker.
oh
That's
my
why they
God.
fucking useless in life, bro.
Yeah, and it's, oh my God. Whoever does this too. I hope all of your fucking ice cream melts on your ass, dude. I hope you stub in every piece of furniture that you come across.
I hope
Not your
wife
own
divorced you.
furniture.
I hope
Just
your ice
stuff.
cream melts. I like that.
I hope your ice cream melts. I hope your fridge breaks.
I hope your dog gets hip dysplasia. and
I
you
hope
can
your
repair
air
it.
conditioner blows out in the middle of summer.
God, it's like we're not asking for that much harm on it, but giving them the most inconvenient time of their life because of their shitty opinions.
I hope
God.
nobody buys their shit.
Yeah, it's also, oh my God, like I said too, this is a reason why scalpers are enabled to do what they have to do. You have dumbasses like this that think that this is okay because to them this is like them hustling. I'm like, no, it's fucking not. It's like, damn well, you probably have never worked a day of your life either. The hell?
Hustling.
Oh look, I'm hustling. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Look,
shut
I
up.
pressed 3 buttons on a computer. I'm hustling, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my
look at you. You suck off Andrew Tate harder than he would himself. Holy fucking shit. God.
You suck off Andrew Tate, and Andrew Tate doesn't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you simp so hard for a man that doesn't know you. I feel like I called out a lot of VTuber fans at that point. Oopsies.
And K-pop fans, I'm sorry. You're fucked. They don't know
Anyways.
you exist.
Bro, just
They don't
any
care.
fan. Just any fan, honestly, bro.
Yeah,
Any
it's like-
fan of anything.
They don't
It's
care.
like Jesus fucking Christ. Get up.
Yeah,
You
man.
died,
Truth is
you
the
probably
truth. You
wouldn't
can't
even
handle
know.
it. Can't handle
Look.
the truth. I don't give a fuck.
Look, and there's also the fun thing too that like there's like a story someone said too that like I bought all of these PS5s too and I was trying to sell them, but then I got fucking robbed.
It
was
was
just
on you.
It was like, hold on, how many PS5s did you have? Like the guy replied back, like 20. I was like, you motherfucker. I was like, I hope you do get robbed next time. God,
Bro,
damn
I
it.
robbed him to get my PS5.
God.
That way I
What?
don't have to fucking pay his fucking scalping prices.
And it's also the fact that like these scalpers are trying to garner empathy from the normal people here. And I was like, you sack of shit. It's already bad enough that I hate you for the practice that you've done too. And now you're trying to gain my sympathy? Hell the fuck no.
You dick.
I was like, I feel like this is the most I've ever sworn in a podcast too, but this just goes to show the levels of how much we hate them.
Justified.
Yeah. Justified.
Justified.
Like these are the type of people that I don't even want to like kill or hurt them. All right. I'm not
Just wanna
sending any
give them
death.
extreme discomfort.
Yeah. I hope every side of your pillow is just uncomfortably warm. So there's never a cool side of the pillow for you.
I hope your fucking room is hot as hell when you sleep.
And I hope the hot water never turns on for you.
Oh,
I hope your dog
that's
keeps
the
on
worst.
throwing up on you, but he's not actually sick.
God. Just this is like sending them all like the most heinous curses to them. God.
I hope you constantly have BO even though you fucking body wash your fucking body.
Look, no, that affects everybody here, okay? I need them to only
Hell no.
affect them. I only need to
No, no.
affect them because having bad BO affects everybody here, all right?
No,
We
it's
dealt
only
enough with
BO
that
they
already.
Can smell. It's BO that they can only smell.
I don't know how that works, but we'll go with that.
Hey, this is inconvenience, right? That's just inconvenience.
But it's
Alright,
already
well, fuck their dogs then.
like, okay, here's the thing about it. I feel like there's many ways that we can honestly stop scalpers too. And it's like, oh shit, hold on, I got Amber Alert. A child is abducted in San Antonio. Shit, did he get abducted by a scalper? We're gonna fuck him up now. God
Hey,
damn.
let's go.
You're gonna drive fucking 3 hours over there? That's what are you gonna do, bro?
It's like, but yeah, moving back onto, I think there have been ways right now where people are like fighting against scalpers, especially the worst ones are the ones that are using bots. A lot of times I know like in the eBay prices too that there's been a recent things too with GPUs where like in the descriptions they just told them that like, hey, do not buy this too, as the only thing you're getting is a piece of paper with the graphics card printed on it. This is me trying to fight against the scalpers that are using bots. So please move along if you're a person that read this description. So there's like a lot of those that are kind of going around too. But honestly, at this point too, I feel like a lot of these like third party sellers too, or like the market spaces, they really need to crack down on this shit too. Because I feel like if your marketplace is now like filled with a bunch of scalpers and a lot of people like agree that's filled with scalpers, how many of them would start engaging that marketplace to begin with to try to avoid scalpers?
Never know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. I don't know how like good, how best of the option it is for them to like try to implement something like that, but I don't know. I just want these fuckers to just have a bad day. All right. I don't wish for their parents to have cancer.
I
All
do.
right. Okay.
Goddamn.
God damn it. Okay, Lloyd here wishes that they had cancer too. I just want to make sure that they have bodily hurt, but it's not enough to warrant them to go to the hospital for.
I do.
God damn.
I wish they have cancer, cure it, then they get cancer again, and it's just a never-ending cycle of cancer getting and cancer curing.
God damn. It was like, I thought I was being the biggest hater. It looks like Lloyd was taking notes from Kendrick. It's like, we ain't hating to our fullest potential.
No, I'm not taking notes, bro. This is just being creative. Hey,
We'll
you
call
said
it that.
you just say the biggest inconvenience, right? This is inconvenience. They have to spend money to cure the cancer.
It's like,
Then they
with
live
what
a
money? They just die at that point.
no. They'll have money. They're rich.
If they someone buys their like $50,000 fucking RTX 5090,
Exactly.
yeah, like what sane person would buy that shit?
Mentally insane person.
Fair enough too. We have enough of those going around that they might as well do that to just flex on us. God, I hate this too. It's a scalpers that are being enabled by the fucking not even toxic game code. It's just a stupid like culture that's in a lot of like that permits in gaming, whether it be card games or computer game players or console players. Holy fucking shit! Because of them, they enabled scalper behavior. So please, for the love of God, for everybody here, do not buy from these scumbags too. I don't care if this is because they, oh, but I want to beat my other friend. Shut up and get good. Holy fuck, man. You're the same. You are honestly the same people that use the argument, but I need to get better, so that's why I buy cheats. Shut the fuck up. You didn't even have the skill to even make your own cheats. What the hell is wrong with you?
Truly insane.
Yeah. So anyways, I could we talk more about this stuff too, or do you think that I feel like I drove this point down to the core of the earth?
I think that me wishing cancer upon their parents and a never-ending cycle that drives the point.
Oh, God. That just sounds malicious at that point. YouTube, please do not flag us. We do not mean actual bodily harm. This is us venting frustration out to
I do.
these. God damn it, Loy. I don't
Fuck
need
them.
us. I don't need us to get fucking banned on this shit because this is classified as death threats. I don't
Well, no,
need that on them.
No, it's not. The fuck? That says a never-ending cycle of cancer. They get cured, they get it again, they get it, they cure it again.
Because
Yeah,
You
they
just stay in that loop. It's just
Yeah.
purgatory, but in real life.
Did you know that fucking hate speech is now considered death threats now too? Apparently.
Well, that's not hate speech.
Yeah.
Well, shit. If that is the
bitch.
yeah,
This
well,
is just an idea for a game. Like, could you imagine a villain that puts you in a cycle of you just like reliving your life again and again, and you just get the same outcome and you can never change it? That's
Oh, no.
basically how it is.
Yeah,
This already existed.
Yeah,
So-
it's yeah, we already have that exist. It's just called healthcare insurance.
Final Fantasy 13x2.
God damn it.
13-2.
God damn it, no. But anyways, dude, looks like our boy Michael didn't make it through the podcast tonight. Oh well, that it is what it is, dude. But if anything, if you agree with what we said about scalpers, or if you have in this case some scam or scalper stories that you would like to share, leave a comment below. I too love to read them as well too, and I hope that one of you guys too, or any of you guys that listen to this that did get scammed, please find like the group of people that you're comfortable talking to this to. Tell your story too, and then later do make a report about that too, because the more reports that we do this, the better the world that we can make it. All right, this is me being as optimistic as possible.
Absolutely.
Anybody else have any farewell messages here?
I still think it's gay.
What the fuck? Anyways, thank you all for tuning in for another night of me ranting against scalpers. And I don't know, was there a hot or trash take? Nah, there is no, there is neither. This is just the realist take here too. Scalpers are pieces of shits.
It's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you all for tuning in tonight too. I hope that everyone learns how to be a better person. And scalpers, if you're listening to this too, you better
Fuck you.
close your. You better sleep with your eyes open tonight, boy. Good
I'm a
night.
quit.
Brian's gonna come in and fuck you.
Exactly.
Oh
He's gonna
God,
put
wait.
dick in your
No.
mouth.
Well, I cannot say I condone that either. But again, sleep with your eyes open. Anyways, good night, y'all.
I sleep with my eyes closed. Thank you.
Yeah.